Good, we're good. And welcome, welcome. Welcome back. We got more Final Fantasy. Oh, this isn't in the right spot. There we go. I was terrified because I was in the shower this morning thinking about all I had planned for today. I'm like, oh god, did I save my game last time? I don't remember. I did. We don't have to go through and do stuff over again. Anyways, we're gonna go do the fire stage. Oh, just go straight down, I guess. Oh. I don't know what I expected to happen. Yeah. I've been thinking of what, just because we're not super close to the end of this game, I think, if I remember correctly from having to do research when I was picking out games to play. But also I did look into some things today, figure out once we do finish this what we're doing next. I don't want to move on to Final Fantasy II immediately, because the last thing I want to do is endlessly play a series and burn myself out on it. I think that would just kill my experience, which would kill everyone else's experience. It won't be a fun time for anybody. That's what I want to do. So I'm looking into some stuff, turning a couple things around in my mind. There's a couple strong candidates, but I'll have to. One of the things that absolutely terrifies me constantly is I hate making definitive statements. Absolutely detest it, just because I have had plans before and multiple times they have not worked out. So I'm like, I'm very hesitant always to go, oh, I'm gonna do this and this, and like, no. Oh, you have no time, or you have no money, or this won't run on your computer, or just something will go wrong. Like, okay, I will solely plan in hypotheticals for the rest of my life. It's cool. It's fantastic. I think I'm getting better about trying to balance being overly pessimistic about stuff like that, and also just accepting some things are out of my control. Because I've mentioned in a couple streams why I'm doing this in the first place. I completed my education. I got my GED end of 2019, which was the absolute worst fucking timing. So I took a break for the holidays, spent some time with my family, my friends, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just start job hunting, and then it's and COVID rolled around, and Like, okay, they said there'll still be a couple weeks, I'll wait it out. So a month passes. And then another month passes. A few months pass, and it's like, okay, I guess I'll job hunt during a pandemic. And job hunting wouldn't have been great even without a pandemic, just because I don't live in a good area. I actually don't know how to drive. Monsters. It's one of the several things that I'm like, okay, I need to do this, or I need to take care of some other things first. Just in life in general, so I'm very limited in where I can go home, just as far as how I can get myself to a job, basically. And so over the pandemic, I actually got incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. I got 2 jobs. One of them lasted a day and a half. I had to quit because I found out I was more claustrophobic than I thought I was. And that was fun. Second one, it was a new store and they overhired, so I was gently let go after 4 days of unloading boxes. And now I do this, because I've told myself, you know what, I'll job hunting has been such a agonizing experience over 2021 and 2022 so far. I'm gonna focus on school for a bit now, because I said I wanted to go to school, but I was gonna get a job first so I can have my feet on the ground. But I'll do school first. And then now I do this, because it works out with the whole, I can work it around any mandatory school hours I would have, even though all my classes are still online, so I just do them whenever. That's why we're here, basically. This is why I'm here, playing Final Fantasy 1, because playing through all the Final Fantasies has been on my gaming bucket list for years, and there's a grand majority of them, of at least the main titles, I think, on Steam, and I'm limited to PC gaming. Why not? Why not? I originally planned on getting into YouTube, but that's a bit on the back burner, just because I've been a little swamped with school. It is actually kind of easier to do this than to sit down, write scripts, and then have an essay looming over your shoulder that you also have to write. Yeah. Flee. And so, yeah. I like to plan things, but I'm used to it not working, so I'm like, I will decide this when it needs to happen, if that makes sense. It's not procrastination, it's a survival tactic. There is a couple things I want to do. Like some of them require a bit more growth. Like oh, karaoke sounds fun. I don't want to do karaoke in a stream alone by myself. That is depressing. I need to heal. I wanna, probably the only time I would stream Genshin is I want to do a pulling stream. Just one, because I believe it's gonna be important. It is important that I'll still have games to play by myself, and Genshin is one of them. Just because those Archon quests are long, and I kind of want to play through all of them at once, just by myself. There's nothing wrong with it. Ooh, Mithelhelm. None of you can use it. Why? Why can none of you use it? Fine. Yeah. I tossed around the idea of a Nuzlocke and all that other fun stuff. I would have to, not that I feel super bad, because it's Nintendo, man, it's not like they're losing money, but I would have to, like, use an emulator, just because I don't have the equipment to play a console game on stream, let alone a console I no longer own, because I actually lost my DS years ago on some move when I was a child. So I had actually unfortunately missed my big Pokemon playing days because I lost my DS. And my sister owns Pokemon games, but I still have yet to actually play Hey Annie. Just never get around to it. As you get older, I went the wrong way. As you get older, as I get older at least, I have to actually, like, chisel out time to play my console games. Like, okay, on this day, I will play a game. Not sure what game, but a game. On one of my consoles. Which is part of the reason, I'm like, oh, I play a lot of Genshin, I play a lot of mobile games. Because, like, I always have my phone on me and I'm always at my computer. It's right there. Accidentally swallowed into the mic, I'm sorry. But, yeah, turning around the idea of a Nuzlocke right now. Also, I also have to consider, like, what's in my budget, because I like to be realistic about these things. I'm not earning money from this right now, so when it comes to things like, oh, I need games to play on stream, I'm like, okay, I gotta watch discounts and I got a certain budget. That just like money budget. There's also time. I have to look into how long games are gonna take because I feel like I'm still a bit too small to like jump into a several 100-hour RPG. This is smaller scale, so when I'm like all the stuff I'm playing right now is on the streams, the Final Fantasy, the Crooked Man, Cinderella Phenomenon. They all have vaguely around the same like length of time. Stardew Valley we're not counting that because that's a bit nebulous to length, but it takes a while and it kind of doesn't really have a hard end. You can just pop in whenever. They're all at 10 hours or less than 10 hours, if I'm remembering correctly. And that's like, and those numbers are always guesstimates based on like oh, this took me blah blah blah, and this took me X amount. So I also have to consider how long the game is, how much does it cost. This $100 $30 game, is it worth me playing to no one right now? And if the answer is no, probably not. I had to spread out the play styles of the games. So Final Fantasy, obviously, turn-based RPG. Stardew Valley's farming, simulation, life game. Cinderella Phenomenon, that's a visual novel. The Crooked Man, that's a pixel puzzle RPG horror. So I also don't want overlap. So that's why even though like I'm not really all that close to finishing Final Fantasy, it is the closest of the games it has the closest end, so I need to consider what's next. Also, there's also things like, okay, how similar is this thing to another thing? Like, on a technicality, something like Ace Attorney, right, is also a visual novel like Cinderella Phenomenon is. But there's probably enough other gameplay that I could pass it off as different enough gameplay that I don't feel like there's a ton of overlap that I'm gonna feel like I'm playing the same game, two of the same game, and just wear myself out. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I feel like that's one of the more interesting things I can talk about because I think, oh, no, that's not what you needed to do. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't. Um, Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this is one of the more interesting things I can think about because I personally don't think I'm a incredibly interesting person, which is kind of to my detriment. Like I'm like, well, I wake up every day. I play some like video game on my own. I do the endless gentle grind that is Genshin and saving up my primos. And then oh, there's no way to that hallway. And then I go about other tasks for my day. Maybe I do schoolwork. Maybe I do something around the house. Maybe I read something. Other than that, nothing too interesting. Like last week I celebrated my 24th birthday. And I normally don't try to do anything just because I'm not really one for big celebrations. Like, I tried to celebrate a bit. Like, the most I did was go to brunch with my grandma and walked around and window shopped at a mall. I'm a very low maintenance person. Yeah, I went to brunch with grandma. We did try to go to like a cafe on Sunday, but this was kind of our own fault for not like considering, oh, it's a Sunday. It's probably packed to shit. It was super busy, so we ended up not going. We'll probably go going this, not this week, but next week. And that'll be fun. I don't want to say the name because it's a specific one. And there's only like one location. So, even though it's decently far from where I live, I am cautious enough of possible. Jeez. I have very slight hiccups. I'm so sorry. It is. I am cautious enough about possibly doxing myself that I do not want to say names of things where I go. Yeah, let's just do that. But that'll be fun. Me and one of my sisters will go, and also my mom. Me, my mom, and one of my sisters will go and we'll enjoy that. And it'll be fun and we'll enjoy ourselves. Oh shit, we're still Kiragging. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit bummed I didn't stream yesterday. Just because I did so good, even though they were short. I did a whole week, and I am so gosh darn proud of myself for that one. Yeah, my batteries were running a little low come 8 p.m. And by 10, I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go to sleep. And it takes me an hour to actually go to sleep. Only partially because I'm one of those gosh darn kids that can't get off their fucking phones. So I lay in bed staring and pouring the light into my retinas, therefore not sleeping. But yeah, so I didn't do Stardew last night because I didn't want to doze off on stream. That's the last thing I ever want. No. I don't want to come back here and check for lava again. So let's... Straight shot, okay. Not straight, zigzag, but no detours. Checking that. Yeah, my menu should be visible. I was so fucking pissed when that happened. That and on Friday when I found out I was muted. It's like, I need to change my hotkey for my mute button. It's because I put it as something I wouldn't use a lot in games. I put it as my K key. I was playing a crooked man and didn't connect the dots. Da, 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 da. Let's go, let's go, let's go. How are we, by the way? Oh, shit. Everyone's fine. I was reading those numbers wrong. I can read, I promise. There. And there. Alright, so we have to make a couple detours. Oh! Just because I hate backtracking more than I hate walking in lava. That is enough reason. Field research advance. Nice. I also watched the Utapri movie on my birthday by myself. Just as saving it for a rainy day. And treat to myself on my birthday. I watched an anime boy concert. I like Reiji. Reiji's my favorite. I hope one day the original games get licensed overseas and localized. I've been meaning to read fan translation transcripts of them for years, but it wouldn't be the same. I never really finished the anime either. I think I left off beginning of season 3. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed myself greatly. I like Reiji, and I like Ren, and I like Sho. Sup, man? Utapri is kind of partially responsible for planting further cementing the already curious brainworms about things like dating sims. It's like, oh, I really want to play it now. There's cute cartoon boys that say they love you. I want that. Now we just go down. Check my checking my audio like a million times because of Friday. I spent that short 38 minutes. 37 of them were muted. Why? I used all my ethers. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. If we have to go back up, we have to go back up. We're pretty decently ripping for some of these enemies, which is good. Oh. Center seems important, so let's work our way counterclockwise. That's not the right way. Nothing in here. No, a waste of my HP getting chipped away. Thank you. Everything's fine. This is fine. I could have sworn I bought items when I was in town, but I guess the fuck not. How much time do I have left? Oh shit, I have like 10 minutes. Actually more like 14. Okay. The kids these days still say YOLO. 'Cause that's what's happening right now. Had to mute for a moment because one of my mom was up. Didn't want to disturb her. Also, my cat jumped up on my desk. He has lost his desk privileges for being a bit of a little bastard lately, but also his decoy cup to make sure he's getting properly hydrated is up here. So he's allowed up here to get his water, and that's about it. Now he's chilling in his usual nap spot behind my desk. That's the important room. Let's leave. Well, we have 10 minutes, so we actually should probably do that next time. Let's clear out the treasure and any treasure in these rooms, though. And then next week, I will get us down here right to this point off stream. Probably go up a few levels in the meantime when I do that, just so we don't have to sit through this again. Because there is something about that does make me kind of self-conscious about only grinding streams, even though this is literally what I signed up for. These are the types of games I enjoy. Like, and I like to build up to feel like I'm doing something. I know what I am. I actually, usually when I'm doing schoolwork, I have, just so I have something else to keep my mind occupied from spacing out. I usually have, something going on, a phone game or something. But also I have Grand Blue Fantasy in a neighboring window to my schoolwork. So that's just gonna be my week, playing through the new Grand Blue event that is Wales Brothers, and playing through the Genshin update, and also schoolwork. But thankfully, it's a lighter school load this week. But even if it wasn't, I'd make time for it. Because unlike my youth, I am a responsible student. I was a shitty student as a kid. I didn't do jack shit. I dropped out of continuation school. So not only was I failing hard enough to have to go make up my credits, I dropped out of that. I don't think I would change it though, just because I think I'm happier this way. Even if I wasn't entirely in a good place when I dropped out. I think I just wanted some more control over my situation when I did that. And you know what? I sure as hell got it. Because then I spent 2 years in studying for GED hell. We got 4 minutes. Let's clear the rest of these rooms. And then we finish for the night. Not to pat myself on the back too much. I think I'm slowly getting used to this. Talking to myself feels weirder when I know it's being recorded. And I talk to myself all the time when I'm by myself. Everyone does it. And if you think you don't, you're a liar. I'm just letting the status effects happen right now. It'll be fine. We're almost done. They can just happen. Oh, and that's the last room. Well, alarm's in 2 minutes. Thank you for coming in. Have a nice day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one. Be good to each other. Bye.